Guys, I got some thoughts on the Real Madrid victory over Celta de Vigo 3-2. It's a game they had complete control in that first half. It's incredible. What a player Arda Guler is. And first and foremost, I have to say, Carlo Ancelotti, thank you. Thank you for not utilizing this kid. Thank you for leaving him on the bench. And like you said in that press conference, thank you for letting him warm the bench really well. He literally went to the press conference and said that Arda Guler has been warming the bench really, really well. I have no words for this guy. That's insane. Arda Guler is a stud. We all saw it. We all saw it at the Euro Cup with Turkey. And when he came back after that season, after that Euro Cup to Real Madrid, I actually thought he was going to play a lot of minutes. And I kept saying how Rodrigo was just into the lineup as an automatic, trio with Kylian Mbappé, Vinicius, and Rodrigo. And I get it. Last year, he played really well. Last year, he had an amazing season, but this season has been far from it. And I just can't understand why Carlo Ancelotti would leave Arda Güler on the bench on a season that has been frustrating for Real Madrid. They haven't even been playing well. I get that last season Arda Guler couldn't find any minutes in this team. It's a team that won the Champions League. It's a team that won La Liga. It's a team that was playing really extremely, extremely well. But this team, this Real Madrid, who's been utterly pathetic and mediocre throughout the whole season. And I said it like even 3 months ago, and that's not for me to say I told you so. Everybody and their mother knew that Arda Guler should be playing more minutes. And tonight, boy, he's showing it. The more Ancelotti has been pressed to put him in, the more he has shown that he can do more for this Real Madrid team. And today, maybe Arda Guler found something that Real Madrid hasn't been able to find in the last 3, 4, 5 months, which is have a great connection with Kylian Mbappé. In the beginning of that game, at the 33rd minute, Real Madrid couldn't find their way around scoring against Celta de Vigo and off a corner kick. Great pass from Valverde. I think it was Valverde who gave him a pass in stride, and then he timed it perfectly, and he puts an amazing banger into the back of the net. Wow, it gave me the vibes of Fede Valverde's type of shot. And Real Madrid has a bunch of studs that can score from outside the box, and it's incredible that this kid, not only with that goal, he gets an amazing assist to Kylian Mbappe. Wow, in that first half, a goal and an assist, and that kind of chemistry Mbappe has not been able to find in Real Madrid with anybody. And this kid, in a couple of games, he gave Barcelona a lot of problems. And I said it in one of my videos, and you can go look them up. If I don't have a lot of Real Madrid reaction videos, but I do have a few, and you can go look them up. And I said, for Real Madrid to beat Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, they have to bench Rodrigo and they have to put in Arda Guler. He didn't do that, and fortunately, I'm not gonna say fortunately that Rodrigo is sick, but fortunately for Arda Guler, Rodrigo is sick, and it's the only way that he's going to see Rodrigo. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen, Arda Guler showing what he can do. Arda Guler showing what he can do, and that connection with Kylian Mbappe. I haven't seen Rodrigo make even once in the whole season. Even once. He gave Barcelona a ton of problems in that second half when he went to the four and the diamond and the 4-4-2, and Barcelona was having trouble, marking Arda Guler, and all the crosses that he was making was giving us issues, including that goal connection that he had an assist to Chouameni. And I just gotta say, man, thank you, Kylian Mbappe. I'm sorry, thank you, Carlo Ancelotti, for not giving this kid a chance. We don't even know what's the deal with Endrick as well. The more he put him in, the more that he deliver. Endrick was one of the top scorers until Ferran Torres scored that goal against Real Madrid. Ferran Torres was the top scorer in the Copa del Rey, but for a long time it was Ferran and Endrick, Ferran and Endrick. And at the end of the day, I think it's just an issue with Carlo Ancelotti not utilizing Arda Guler, and not only that, but to have the shame, be so shameless, and go out there in the press conference and said you have to warm the bench for Real Madrid to get minutes, and Arda Guler warmed the bench really well. I cannot believe those are literally the words that he spoke out of his mouth. That's incredible. I do not understand what he was talking about. He almost seems like he doubled down and also said Arda Guler, what this was not the Arda Guler in September, like justifying the underutilization that he has been giving all the young kids such as Endrick and Arda Guler. No accountability, no sense of reality, and he thinks he's gaslighting every Madrid fan in the world, basically, for that matter. I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're a Madrid fan and if you believe Carlo Ancelotti. I don't believe Carlo Ancelotti for 1 second because, like I said, in Turkey he was scoring bangers, giving assists, playing really well for Turkey in the Euro Cup. And I said, wow, Real Madrid comes in on a season where they don't have a replacement for Toni Kroos. They could have plugged this kid in, and they still didn't do it, man. I'm out for words. And all I have to say is thank you, Carlo Ancelotti, for doing that, because we had a more easier season due to Madrid not playing really well, and there's no cohesiveness and there's no teamwork, and in part doing because Arda Guler was not plugged into this middle of the field with Ceballos, Arda Guler, Valverde, and Vinicius. In the second half, Real Madrid puts another incredible performance by Kylian Mbappé, who had that one goal off that pass from Arda Guler, what through pass, really nice, times it really well, puts it in the back of the net to the right of the keeper. One goal, the amazing goal, the first goal from Kylian Mbappe, a pass from Jude Bellingham that gets the first assist of the game. That was the second goal for Real Madrid, and that was a banger Kylian Mbappe puts from outside the box. Like I said, Real Madrid has great individual players who play at any moment. They can score these bangers, but if it's not for players scoring these bangers, is where I'm really concerned, because Real Madrid, this is not the Real Madrid of last year, but they knew how to be more composed and how to not to concede so many goals. And in the second half, you cannot allow what happened to you. You were winning 3-0, and then all of a sudden you found yourself with a couple mistakes, with a couple changes that didn't work. I thought it was a mistake bringing in the Luka Modric over Ceballos, didn't work. The Jacobo Ramon, really, really soft. I get that he's supposed to be a bigger prospect than, I guess somebody said this. I don't follow Madrid, so I wouldn't know. But it's supposed to be a bigger prospect than Raúl Asensio. Obviously, Asensio is so much better. Then Brahim Diaz came on the second half. Didn't work either. I thought Jude Bellingham had a pretty off game. But this is the Real Madrid that we are going to be playing. And this is why I want to make this video. And I just got to be honest. I am not as concerned with this Madrid team because they were winning 3-0. And at the end of the day, it was 3-2. And at the 85th minute or something like that, I think it was actually Lopez who had a shot on target and on a counter, amazing pass. And it's like a breakthrough, and then he just shoots from outside the box, and Courtois makes an incredible save and actually goes underneath his arm, and the ball spins as it was going in, and it spins on the wrong direction. That kind of goal, it would be a goal against any other team except for Real Madrid. Any other team that the ball goes underneath his armpit and it just goes in. But this time, he hits it. I don't know if it hit the ground and he hits his armpits, and the ball just spins on the wrong direction and it stops. That would have been the 3-3. That would have been insane. But Madrid is the luckiest team in the world. Their luck should be studied. And like I said, that could have been 3-3. And Real Madrid, you cannot allow that to happen to you in the second half after being 3 up. So I am not as concerned for the Clásico. I will be making a preview for that game. We're going to be going over both teams and how they match up against each other. So, hey, Biscal Barça, thank you for sticking to the end of this video. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys on the next video.